Did you know it used to snow all the time in Denver in the month of September? And it just doesn't anymore. Now, the broad picture is that the month of September, I would argue, is the month that you in the state of Colorado feel the impact of a warming climate the most. Here's the reason why. First of all, temperatures have jumped, right? We've gone in Denver from about 63 degrees to 64 and a half degrees. Might not sound like a lot, but that means that borderline snow situations are now all rain, and we've also trended on the drier side as well. 20 of the last 25 years, we've seen drought conditions in parts of Colorado, and we've seen a net negative in terms of our total precipitation in the month of Colorado, really here over the last 30 years as well. So we've seen a notable decrease in terms of precipitation. We've seen an increase in those temperatures, and the result of that, obviously, way less snow. And that includes the mountains as well. The mountains have seen an even bigger increase in terms of those temperatures. Statewide, between 1895 and 2025, we had an average statewide temperature of about 57, 58 degrees. That has jumped up by full 2 degrees for us. So you've seen bigger increase statewide in terms of those average temperatures over the last 100 years. Really, it's the last 30 years where we've seen that notable increase in those temperatures. So it's gotten warmer, it's gotten drier, and the reality is in Denver, it just doesn't snow anymore. Now, I don't know, please mention in the comments if you are, you've lived here for a long time, let's say 40 plus years, you might remember in the 70s and in the 80s and in the 90s, it used to snow all the time in Denver. We've had some pretty big snowstorms in the month of September, believe it or not. In fact, going back to the early 1970s, we had 1.5 feet of snow in one September of 1971. So we can get over 1 foot of snow. We've had measurable snow once in the last 25 years here in Denver, and that was back in 2020. And the mountains, we've seen notably less snow as well. So overall takeaway here, folks, is that September, it's more of a summer month now. It used to be a transition month, right? It used to be a month where you're starting to see some of those notably cooler temperatures, sometimes even snowy conditions. Now, it's really an extension of summer, and it's the month, I would argue, in the state of Colorado and in Denver that you're seeing the impact of a warming climate the most out of any month of the year.